also made these statements using inflammatory language that likens children and young people coming out as trans to the spread of a disease.
I've never said that. That is a lie.
Well,
that is a lie, and I think you should withdraw that statement. That is a lie. You are lying. You are lying.
I'm not lying to you.
You are lying. I have never ever used the word disease.
So this is the government's own data.
No. You said I used the word disease. When?
I don't know, did you?
Of course I didn't. And so you don't even know where that came from. Where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
I'm not here to answer your questions.
Yeah, because you don't know. Because you don't know. It is not true. We have to do better than this.
I absolutely.
Did Candace Owens just rent out her brain? Because this lady sounds just like her. Only she's in Britain, and she's got a hefty seat in the British Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching Speak and See Show. Like, subscribe, click that notification button so when we get information out, you can get information in like this. Kemi Badenoch. We'll go with Badenoch. She is fed up with the woke agenda in Britain, and the people are loving her. And the way that she affects those around her in Parliament, the reactions that she gets is just somewhat hysterical, but also telling of she's got them beat. And what do I mean by that? Well, just like, subscribe, and watch the reactions she gets. The argument she's making right now is about transgender ideology in schools in Britain. So if you want, grab a drink and we'll watch this together.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very sorry that the sequencing that we chose was not to your satisfaction. I was...
Order. That is totally not acceptable. No. Who do you think you're speaking to, Secretary of State? I think we need to understand each other. I am the defender of this House and these benches on both sides. I am not going to be spoken to by a Secretary of State who is absolutely not accepting my ruling. Take it with good grace and accept it that members should hear it first, not a WMS or what you decide. These members have been elected by their constituents and they have the right to hear it first. And it is time this government recognised we're all elected, we're all members of Parliament, and use the correct manners. Secretary of State.
You see what I'm saying? She got so under his skin with just a few words that he freaked out and then went on this tantrum, which in America we'd say you said a bunch of stuff without really saying a whole lot, or nobody were caring what you said. In Britain, they call that, it's the 5th largest word in the dictionary, flossy, nosy, nihilabilification. Way to go, Kemi. Next one.
That the government has already reformed or revoked over 1,000 pieces of rule.
Vital Fabrica.
Mr. Speaker, I'm less concerned with process, and I'm quite for pragmatism. But can I say to my right honourable friend, she has shown a tin ear if she thought for one moment that these changes wouldn't arouse interest in the House of Commons.
When it was, as soon as I became business secretary, I wrote back to and also engaged with, and the response had been so quiet, it felt very much to me like a technical change, which is what it is.
The legislation. So can she explain in her wonderfully patronising manner, which she's used many times this morning, to this silly MP, what will prevent her now making a major U-turn on workers' rights, including holiday and maternity pay? Here.
Mr. Speaker, the Honourable lady calls herself a silly MP. It is not my place to disagree. It's not my place to disagree with that.
Bravo. Kemi Badenoch. Can we just call her Kemi Bad? Now, this next one I'm going to show you is the one that really got me interested in Kemi, because it just gave me that Candace Owens heart inside of her where she's a fighter. Let me know what you think about Kemi. I just personally, I like her a lot. I think she's got a lot of potential in what she's doing, and where she's at is perfect fit. I'm just going to show you this last video, and like and subscribe. And hopefully you've been commenting throughout this as well. It's been fun watching it with you. So let's just, one more to go.
You're saying that life will get better when we start being more careful with our language. You seem to not include yourself in that. You've made statements that contradict some of the best available evidence, including the government's own data. For instance, the LGBT survey that showed that there's no evidence of trans in a way the gay, but substantial evidence that trans people were at twice the risk of being exposed to conversion practices. And you've also made these statements using inflammatory language that likens children and young people coming out as trans to the spread of a disease.
I've never said that. That is a lie.
Well,
That is a lie. And I think you should withdraw that statement. That is a lie. You are lying. You are lying.
I'm not lying to you.
You are lying. I have never
telling
ever
you-
used the word disease. And I think this is exactly what I'm talking about. You are making statements in a select committee that are untrue.
You've just called me a liar.
Can I just remind the Minister that is unparliamentary
Right.
language.
What
to
she has
use.
said is not true. It's not true. And we have to use facts in this room. We can't just make stuff up. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, I absolutely agree with you. I just don't think that your facts necessarily...
When was that statement made? And where?
So this is the government's own data.
No.
in the
You
LGBT
said I
survey.
used the word disease. When?
I don't know, did you?
Of course I didn't.
Well-
And so you don't even know where that came from. Where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
I'm not here to answer your
Yeah,
questions.
because you don't know. Because you don't know. It is not true. And you should not be saying that in this committee when you don't know where that statement
I'm
came
not
from.
calling you a liar. You called
Can
me a liar.
we please
So
make sure that both of you use parliamentary language, please? I won't have this degenerate.
Well, I will
into
not have
a
my
slang
name
match.
maligned by people making false statements about me. That is not true. We have to do better than this.
I absolutely agree with you, Minister. We have to do better than this.
Entertaining and educating. That's what we do here. If you haven't heard of Kemi Badenoch, now you have. And I think you will hear a lot more of her in the future. Oh, one more little tidbit she did. What do you think?
I think that is utterly ridiculous. I have a 4-year-old. She sometimes tells me that she's a rabbit. That doesn't mean I'm going to start giving her carrots for every single meal. We need to be able to allow children to be children without pandering to a lot of ideology that has no place, certainly not in primary school. So we should be dealing with the underlying cause bullying. We see a lot of comorbidities. That means other issues being present, as well as children claiming that they're gender questioning, such as being autistic, for example. There's a lot that's going on in this space, and it is still quite new. And what we shouldn't be doing is putting children on a pathway to making irreversible decisions, because if you start telling a 4-year-old that they're a girl, not a boy, they're going to take that with them till they're 18 and possibly...
Isn't this what we're trying to get back to? Reality, anybody? Yes, that's what we're trying to get back to. That's why we're here, bringing people in from all over the world. Now, also, let me just add, I love you all. I'm praying for you all, and to God be all the glory for all those great things he's doing across the world through his people today. Amen. Talk to you later. Like, sub, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.